He is the Canada West WHL Grad of the month for the month of October. He is Mount Royal Cougars forward Riley Sawchuk, formerly of the Tri-City Americans, Edmonton Oil Kings. 19 points in 9 games for you, Riley. You're second in the nation in points as we look at the U Sports men's hockey standings right now. I mean, in simple terms, what worked for you in October? And I mean, you look at perhaps following up a rookie of the year season for you in 21-22. How nice was it for you to kind of hit the ground running here in 22-23?
Obviously it was nice, and it's great to see our team having success as we've done pretty good here so far. And I think just part of my success this year is the chemistry built with Uremko last year and leading into this year, and building off that with a former teammate, Connor Bouchard, having chemistry from Tri-City. And I see that as something that is helping us along the way and helping me in my personal success and the team success.
I mean, just tell me a little bit about how the conference is shaping up this year. You look at the top of the standings; you guys are right up there with the U of A and the U of S. Based on what you guys have seen so far this year, I mean, those two teams seem like they're going to present a challenge for just about everybody as well. But how do you see where you guys kind of stack up against the rest of the competition in Canada West so far?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played Saskatchewan yet, so that's coming up in the next few weeks here. But we've had a few tough battles against U of A. They're a really strong team, as they are every year. But I think as each year goes on, we've been getting better and better, and I think we have potential to do something good here as well.
When you look at your team's roster for WHL fans, and we've talked a little bit about the Tri-City connection, but who are some of the other names on your roster that fans of the Western Hockey League might think and say, "Oh, I remember when he played in such and such a place in recent years"?
I think big names on our team would be like Kyle Walker, Robbie Holmes, Kate Jensen. There's quite a few, and I mean, we have a deep group here this year, and I think there's a lot of potential with everyone on our team.
When you look back on your time in the WHL, Riley, 4 full seasons, most of it in Tri-City. You finished up in Edmonton in 1920. Just looking at your numbers and looking at your kind of postseason stats, I would guess that the 2018 playoff run with the Americans would be something that you would look back on as a memory. But when you look back on your time in the Western Hockey League, what do you see as some of the things that you're going to take away for a lifetime and remember and cherish?
For me, spending 3 years in Tri-City, I gained a lot of connections, personal relationships, and one big thing for me from Tri-City was the billet family I lived with, Dustin and Carrie. They were unbelievable. They were like a mom and dad to me, and so for that's probably one of them. And then other than that, I think it's just the connections and relationships I've made that will last a lifetime.
It's funny. It seems like anytime you try to ask anybody about their past hockey life, that's what they really key in on, right? The people you meet
Yeah.
along the way and those relationships you build. Let's talk about your schooling, Riley. Obviously at Mount Royal here. Tell us a little bit about kind of where your area of study is. Have you picked a major yet? What are some of the things that you're working on in the classroom?
Yeah, I just kind of recently picked my major here as a business accounting major. It's been a bit of tough go, a lot of learning along the way, but I definitely find it beneficial, and it's a work in progress, but I enjoy it.
Has it been maybe a bit of a challenge I mean, especially given with what the world has gone through over the past couple of years with disruptions and learning remotely? How have you kind of managed to kind of mix school and hockey together and kind of learn to find that balance?
Yeah, I mean, my first year here at Mount Royal, it was really different because that was right in the beginning or middle of COVID, I guess you could say, when all of schooling was online and our whole season got completely canceled. So that was a bit of a learning curve, learning how to use these Zoom calls and Google Meets and all that kind of stuff. And uh, then going into my second year, that was kind of when I almost felt like it was my first year because I was learning where everything was on campus and trying to find my way. But um, now it's kind of normal. And with hockey, it is a tough balance. So you always have something going on, but there's always a way. You have a lot of teammates to help you out, obviously, and you do make other friends in classrooms that help you out with those aspects too. So it's definitely challenging, but it's worth it.
When you talk about business and accounting, have you had a chance to think about where you might like to see your education take you down the line once your time at Mount Royal is done?
Um, to be honest, I haven't really thought that far down the road yet. I mean, hoping to pursue some hockey after I'm done my schooling, and whether that be here in North America or over in Europe or wherever. But I think I'll think more about the business side of it when the time comes.
Is it kind of encouraging though to see, players in recent years? I look at the Philps as maybe an example of guys that have gone through the Canada West system, used their WHL scholarship, and gone on to hockey. I mean, how much of an encouragement is their story for a guy like you that is looking to keep playing once their time at Mount Royal's done?
It's huge. It kind of just shows to me that it's not the end of the road, and there is still hope in trying to pursue the NHL, pro hockey, whatever it may be. And so it is really inspiring to see, and I enjoy seeing people going on like that.
Lastly, for you, Riley, when you look at the opportunities that you've been able here to access at Mount Royal through the WHL scholarship and through your times in the Western Hockey League, I mean, just share your thoughts with me on kind of what that all means for you personally, and having kind of had that scholarship in your back pocket through your playing years in our league in order to help you kind of move forward here once you get on into post junior hockey life.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's very beneficial as it's with the team here they match your scholarship. So I guess you could say you almost make money going to school with having this scholarship. And I mean it's not a ton of money you make, but it's pays for your rent, groceries, and things like that. And I just think in the long term, there's a lot of people my age or around my age that have full degrees right now but maybe paying student loans for many years. Whereas with the WHL scholarship, it helps and you may be going to school later, but you might not have any student loans or student debt to pay after, which I find really beneficial.